I want to talk about a couple things in this video. First things first, if you have notifications on your phone right now, turn them off right now. Because if your phone is dinging at you every other minute, like every other second for most people, you're never going to get anywhere in your life with your phone fucking distracting you. Like in class, I just see this all the time. You'll just be working along, and ding 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 ding, the guy's phone beside you or like across the room, whatever. It'll just light up and he'll just pick it up and be like, oh my gosh, people are texting me, oh my gosh, new fucking YouTube video, oh my gosh. Like, if you're trying to work, if you're trying to develop yourself in any way, and you have your phone, like, for example, you're meditating, you're like 5 minutes deep into a 10-minute meditation session, and you get a bing on your phone beside you. It's like, it just completely pulls you out of your, like, out of the zone. You know what I mean? You're trying to you're trying to journal, you're trying to work on yourself, you're trying to like do something important in your day, and your phone's just ding 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 ding. It's like you only have so much mental capacity for these things, and when you're constantly, yeah, it's Andrew Huberman said this, I think, but when you change tasks, maybe it wasn't Andrew Huberman, I don't know, somebody said this, but when you change tasks, so for example, like you go from meditation to journaling, or like meditation to working out, there's a 15-minute delay where your brain has to like switch and think like, oh yeah, I'm changing up the pace, I'm doing something new now. um 15 minutes. So most of you guys' tasks don't even take 15 minutes, most of, like, mine included, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't. So with that in mind, say you're doing something important and your phone keeps going off beside you. It's dinging, and you check your phone. There's a 15-minute delay for your brain to change to this task. Now you only have to pick it up for like 5 seconds, right? So you're like, oh, it's not that bad. There's a 15-minute delay. So you pick it up, boom, your brain's fried. You put it down, you have to have 15 minutes to refocus on the task that you were doing. And then it goes off 10 seconds later, boom, you're fried. You're never going to get any constructive, deep thinking work done if your phone is constantly going off beside you. I shut my notifications off like 2 years ago. I don't get any bings, beeps, or like anything showing up on my screen. Like, people, it's funny because I can leave my phone face up like anywhere, and it will never turn on without me clicking the button. And it's like that's not the case with most people. Most people put their phones face down, and it's like you can still see it just. It's like pulsating because there's so much dopamine. It's like look at me, look at me, look at me. You know, that's the phone. Like it's ridiculous. Like, how do you think you're gonna get anything done with your phone just like it being an explosion of dopamine right beside you? It's crazy, honestly, but you know what I mean. Um, so if you have your notifications on, turn them off right now. I'm telling you, it's one of the most important things that you could ever do. Checking out my notes here. Yeah. Yeah. And just set yourself up for success. Like, if you're trying to work on something, say it's like, for example, school, you're just doing like a assignment or like 10 assignments because the teachers just give you fucking like an assignment every day or two a day. It's crazy. But anyway, you're doing your assignments and your phone's right next to you. You're like working away on your laptop, right? Your phone's right next to you, and you're just like, this is really friggin' boring. I don't want to be in school right now. And you look over and you're like, my phone's right there. And it just kind of penetrates your mind. You're just like, I could probably find something on there to be distracted on. You know what I mean? There's probably something on there that's more fun than my assignments. Even if you've deleted all the apps, like even if you deleted Instagram, YouTube, freaking everything. Everything's off your phone. You don't have any game. You got games on your phone, you know? You don't have any games on your phone. Nothing. there's still something on there that you can that's more dopamine than your assignments or your tasks or any work that you could be doing. That's dangerous. So when you're doing some work, anything, make sure that your phone is not in your pocket, not next to you. Make sure it's out of the room where you can't see or hear it or think about it. Now when you meditate, you don't have your phone near you, your work is going to be like unmatched compared to other people's. So, yeah. It's really easy to get ahead when your brain's just firing like perfectly. When you got a good sleep, you had your coffee, you don't have any carbs in you, any like cereal, just slowing you down, bogging you out. Plus you don't have your phone to get distracted on. It's like, what else are you going to do other than charge the task and just get like insane work rate and like really good, you know? It's like if you ever seen the movie Limitless, that's what it feels like 24/7 if you do the correct things. I just wanted to put this in the end because it's like the unfiltered section, you know? If you know, you know, bro. Um, so, like 99% of people have clicked off right now. So I'm going to talk about habit trackers. If you've watched to the end, you most definitely have a habit tracker. It really gives you a sense of fulfillment to have all the boxes checked off. Now, if I see mine right now, it is like half blank, and it's like it's the 20th today. So I was away. I had a vacation for like the first week of the month. So that just kind of like when you look at it, it's all blank already. So it just kind of puts you in like a, oh, I guess this doesn't really matter that much perspective, you know? But it really does. Like it gives you like a sense of fulfillment, and it just lets you know that you're like on track, doing the right things. So so if you feel lost or like you're not making good progress, write out your goals on a piece of paper, then write out the micro goals that will like help you achieve those big goals. So for example, you want to get jacked, obviously, like your boy. Um, what's the one thing that you need to do every day to achieve that? And that's exercise, which is the first row on my habit tracker. So you write down exercise on your habit tracker. And it just needs to be a page like this. I don't know. Hopefully there's not any. Actually, I'm not going to show it to you. But anyway, you just take a piece of paper, um, put lines down it with a ruler, put the dates, so 1 to 31, and then every single day that you do something that you said you were going to do, put a check. And if you don't do it, I usually put an X, but I'm starting to just leave it blank so that if it's blank, it means that I did something wrong. Because it's kind of hard to just like look at the row and see check X, check X. You know what I mean? It's easier if it's like marked or unmarked. You know what I mean? It also it the habit tracker the habit tracker really exposes your weak points and keeps you accountable. So if you see that one row is just blank for like a week straight, you're like, oh, what's up with that? Like, what haven't I been doing? And what am I missing out on? What goal is that I'm not currently achieving? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I included that, but I just wanted to like talk about how my habit tracker is really blank. Like most people, like saying that to myself and then thinking about it like from another person's perspective is like most people I know are like, what the heck are you talking about? Like, what the heck is a habit tracker? Like, are you dumb? You know? And it's just, I don't know. Like, am I weird? I don't know. I don't think so. I have fun with my life, you know? It's all good. It's all good fun. Like we're all just trying to figure it out together. Like that one short that I made is like everyone's just trying to get better every single day. So yeah, I guess if I'm doing something wrong, negative feedback will tell me. But that's a good thing. I wanted to share. I heard this quote in Psycho-Cybernetics, and it's about if there's a missile, like if there's like a missile, right? If there's a missile and it's aiming at this boat right here, right? It's gonna come in and it only responds to negative feedback, which is so weird and true. Like in my own life, you only respond in anybody's life, you only respond to negative feedback. Positive feedback is great, and it's like it's so fun to get hyped up by your bros and like, oh man, you're looking great, but you only develop through negative feedback. You only change course through negative feedback. So like as much as it's fun to hear like, oh yeah, man, you're so jacked. Oh yeah, man, you're getting so much done. Like you're so successful right now. The only way that you grow is by hearing, man, you need to step it up. You're doing nothing with your life. You know what I mean? You're like I can't believe you don't even go to the gym. I can't like you've been eating so much candy these days. You've been eating like you ate like 3 ice creams yesterday. You know what I mean? That's the negative reinforcement is what causes growth. It's like so true. I can't even remember the quote now. I was just gonna say it again because I wanted to just hear it. But the rocket. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna take a look for it. Okay, I couldn't find it, but it was something like the rocket only responds to negative feedback. If it receives positive feedback, it just keeps doing what it's doing. Right. So that kind of it's a that's a big quote for me. I don't know if it is for you, but that hits so many buttons that it just like explains like what people are thinking like every single day. Like it's kind of actually wild to think like everybody's getting so much positive feedback all the time. Like for example, you think about like fat models, like that's just fucking anyway. You probably know my opinion on this, but they're getting positively reinforced for being extraordinarily unhealthy. And that's like really bad, right? That's like the missile. Like here's the boat. This is like health, for example, right? And these fat models, it's like you're getting positively reinforced to like completely miss your target. You know what I mean? Like that's just so weird because I see that in every single person I know. They're getting positively reinforced for terrible habits. Me too. Like, you ever text your friend at like 1 a.m. and they're like, your friend, and they're like, oh man, good to see you staying up this late. It's like, no, it's not. You're supposed to be in bed like 4 or 5 hours ago, you know? Like, it's insane. You have to be really careful about the positive reinforcement that you get. This could be like a whole video topic on its own. Maybe I'll probably do that. But yeah, like you have to be careful. Now that I think about it, like oh my gosh, most people are getting reinforced positively for terrible habits. And when you get positively reinforced, you don't change anything because you're doing the right thing. You're getting your tribe is like, oh, pat on the back, good job for doing fucking drugs every single weekend. It's yeah. Anyway, don't want to get you down. Don't want to get you in a negative mood. But yeah, just a thought that I had. Have a good day.